Hello, everyone. It is me, Postmodern Cowboy, and we're here today. We're playing Empyrion Galactic Survival. Yeah, this is the version 1.7 update for Empyrion Galactic Survival. We're playing Reforged Project Eden, which is a modification in a universe map on the No Man's Land server, administered by sdgamers.org. And it might be sdgamers.net, don't quote me on that. And we're just checking out the new content. This is a fresh spawn. The server's been wiped. Everything I had is gone. Everything that everyone had is gone. And the server's been up for about half an hour. So literally everybody's starting roughly from where I am, you know. Hard scrabble. Crash landed in an escape pod. Find your way back to the stars kind of thing. Yeah, and this is a fun game. I haven't done an Empyrion Let's Play before. I have really wanted to for some time. It is, without a doubt, one of my favorite games ever. Certainly my favorite survival game. I also, guilty admission here, it is my most played on Steam. By quite a lot, to the tune of like 5,000 hours in this game. 5,050 hours now, I think. But most of that is editor time, like me just leaving the game running and going away for the weekend. It's not active playtime, but I do have a lot of active playtime, well over 1,000 or even 2,000 hours in this game. And so I know a thing or two about it, and this is the first time I've done a video to showcase some of those skills. If you're wondering what I'm doing right now, bunny hopping around with a jetpack, gathering rocks, and dodging hostile fire-spitting or acid-spitting aliens. Jesus, I'm just going to run from that and run from that. I'm going to run from all of those things. I'm getting set up to go exploring. We're gonna. This is the hard mode planet too, by the way. I chose. It's not the hardest start. There are certainly starts with fewer resources, more aggressive like alien soldiers, but on those you're guaranteed to die. This is one where you can speed run this planet in a way that makes it incredibly satisfying. And yeah, it is hard. And yeah, you can die a lot here too. And in fact, it might happen to me. It very well might happen to me. I'm going to keep the stream going regardless of what happens. Let's call this a teachable moment. But right now, things seem to be going okay. I'm going to need some of that. I'm using this tool. It's called the Survival Multi-Tool. It is a combined defense laser. That's what I'm using right now to chop that tree down. Resource collector, salvage laser, it will pull wrecks apart, things that don't have active computer cores on them. And there's a detector too, which I actually should probably pop a detection, see if I see anything. There's nothing around me. See, I have a more powerful handheld detector. There's nothing around me. Okay. Well, I just heard like a velociraptor off in the distance, I think. So far this seems to be going pretty well. I'm going to go into my tech tree, and I'm going to, that's under miscellaneous, choose the portable constructor, unlock that, and I'm going to build one right away. We're going to need to get a camp down ASAP so we can start producing oxygen. I don't want to waste time. And I'm looking for a quick exit from this planet. So in about an hour and a half to 2 hours of gameplay, I expect to have a hover vessel, a bunch of resources, and a ship. Hopefully I'll achieve all of those without dying. It is a radioactive planet. You hear that little tick, tick, tick of the Geiger counter in the background. That's because we're being cooked. Masperon. Masperon is the name of the planet. And our inventory is pretty full. So I've got a lot of everything. That's good. I'm just going to find a spot up here. I don't know, there's not really any good terrain features. This is probably an okay spot to put a camp right here. I can see down the valley in both directions. So I'm just going to site my tent first. I think that's the front door. That's the front door there. Okay, I see. And make a camo tent, why not? And I'll put a campfire down. That's what this temperature stabilizer object is, and an oxygen generator. What are these called? Hydrogen extractor, atmospheric condenser. It says hydrogen extractor up there. There's atmosphere condenser here. I don't know, it's one of those things, but it makes bottles of air, which we're going to need. Because you can't breathe the air in this radioactive hellscape. Kind of makes sense. I'm going to put down a constructor here. The survival constructor, or portable constructor, is sort of the basis of everything I'm gonna do. I don't have much in the way of foodstuffs. I'm just gonna make a couple of energy bars, and I guess I picked up an egg, or three eggs. So I'm gonna make some hard-boiled eggs. That should get me through a day. And I need to make a gun, and about 100 bullets for it. And anything urgent? I guess I could make a second constructor. That's going to be a priority, and a second oxygen generator. And then I just got to keep doing what I'm doing, which is gathering. This is silicon, and over there is some copper, and then behind it is some iron, and there's an alien bug shooting plasma at me from its butt. So we're going to run away from that. That'll give you chemical burns. It'll just ruin your day. I don't have anything to heal myself with if it does. You know, like one ointment. So, oh, there's something over there I can heal myself with, though. So we're going to work our way toward that. And I'm not going to try to fight any of the fauna yet. This is about 6 minutes or so, give or take. Although the seconds are a little bit longer than your standard Earth second. But at the top right, it's 5 minutes and 22 seconds. I'm going to say about 6 minutes until sunset. At which point, things get hard. The hostile megafauna comes out, and these are herbal leaves. So we're going to pick these. I'm also looking for little tiny mushrooms. Not these, but little tiny mushrooms. I don't know what biome they grow in. And they're the basis for anti-radiation treatments and therapies, which we're gonna need on this planet for sure. I'm gonna try to get a hover vehicle relatively quickly here. In order to do that, I'm gonna need to build a base, just a spawn pad. You can't spawn vehicles on nothing. And that's a cool feature of this. So if you've played like 7 Days to Die or Minecraft or whatever, like they're building games. You build block by block to create new things. This game has a blueprint system, which allows you to save your favorite blueprints, or the ones that work very well for you, that you know how to use, and recall them from a factory once you have the adequate number of resources. It takes time to build the blueprint. Can take, up to like a real world day plus for a very big one, but that's just a unique feature of Empyrion that keeps the play revolving around your designs, the things that you build. You have like a Swiss Army kit. I call it the baker's dozen, or 13 different blueprints that I rely on constantly and incessantly in the early stages of gameplay. And then late game, it's all about prototyping. It's all about building that one sweet big starship that does all the things you want it to. And maybe you can save that blueprint. Maybe you can rebuild it. Sometimes the tellurapod stuck in that tree. I'm just going to skirt around it. Should probably actually kill it for food, but whatever. Oh, I hear another one of those acid spitting. Oh, that's my escape pod. It's a marker for my escape pod. So we got those herbal leaves. Oh, there's my sea. And I'm bunny hopping around using my jetpack. I just actually ran myself out of stamina. But when you're playing Empyrion, stamina is going to make or break your escape. If you get something on you, you should sprint away from it as quickly as possible. And if you've been sprinting everywhere before that, you're just going to die to it. So I tend to use my jetpack to traverse terrain and then sprint only when I need to, unless I'm really excited, because I'm playing my favorite survival game, on a fresh start, and it's always a great moment. Okay, my camp is here somewhere. I'm sure of it. But I don't see it. There it is. It was camouflaged. Oh, that alien bug is still over there. So I'm gonna need that gun and ammo. I'm gonna have to go kill it. Let's see. I got some food here, and that oxygen producer's almost ready. Portable constructor number 2 is up. I'm gonna need some more ammo, I think. I don't have a shortage of any ingredients at all. In fact, I think our progress is going to go pretty smoothly once we deal with this bug, provided we don't get irradiated. Okay. The handgun, for whatever reason, is like a U.S. Army M9 sidearm. All right, let's go get this bug. The crouch is new, by the way. That's neat. You can shoot things from behind cover now. I'm hitting things I don't need to be. All right, I'm gonna go get it. And it's dead. Look at that. I mean, the shooting in this game is a little jank. Like, it's not an infantry combat simulator. It's not supposed to be like a deep first-person shooter experience. It reminds me a lot of like Marathon, an old Bungie game precursor to Halo, but it's got that same kind of like weird combat jank, but it's endearing. It's got a classic space game feel that is hard to match these days, and everything is procedurally generated, so I'm willing to forgive it some of its all of its eccentricities and quirks, including the ones that get me killed. Okay, some plant fiber over there. Just get more iron, more copper. It's a resource hungry game too. You gotta like constantly gather stuff, constantly build stuff. If you're not gathering, or on your way to gather, on your way back from gathering, you're not making any progress. And there looks to be, I don't know, is that confetti moss? Yeah, it is confetti moss. There we go. See, we need that too. It's a basic item for healing. There's a bunch here. Still no proper mushrooms. These are not the mushrooms I'm looking for. I need some stone. That's good. And we're going to move on from this place pretty quickly in search of those mushrooms. I'm going to get down a rudimentary hover vehicle. Probably not even a good one, just like a basic one. And I got to remember to produce oxygen. Really got to watch that. Okay. I'm going to eat my eggs. They're really not good for much. And see, it's unsatisfying food, as it says. And I should cook the meat that I got. And everything's cooked on constructors, right? Even when you get a more advanced food, there's like a food replicator thing that you just put basic ingredients into, and it gives you meals. It's sci-fi, right? Like we're I don't know what year it is, but it's the far future. Okay, and we're gonna need some wood. I haven't cut a tree down yet. We don't need much wood, but we're gonna need a little bit of wood so I can make some plastic. It's kind of weird, but the basic ingredients for wood are plastic and stone dust. Sorry, the basic ingredients for plastic are wood and stone dust. Ready? Need some coffee here. And you cut down trees using the defense mode on your multi-tool. I think it's because it's supposed to do damage to the object. Trees are normally cut down with chainsaws, which are weapons. I already got that. And I got that. Okay, so back to the tent. Oh, I never put down my second. Pay attention. And wood is also fuel. You produce fuel with wood, so I'm going to put some wood in that constructor, and I'm going to put some wood in this constructor. You also make nitrocellulose with the wood. Oh, I did have a little. Okay, that's good. Nitrocellulose is used in all bullets. I'll make a chainsaw here and some fuel on this one. Might as well bind my bandages and my healing items in case I need them in a hurry. Keep that energy bar there. Just organize. I don't need the antibiotics yet. So organize my inventory. And I guess I can now go. Yeah, so I'm level 4. I'm going to learn the mechanical drill. And I'm going to learn the shotgun. And is there anything I need immediately? A fuel cell would be good. Not that I can make them. I don't have promethium yet, but I think that's about it for what I need right now. Yeah, we're good. And again, this is Reforged, right? This is not vanilla Empyrion. This is like a heavily modified version of Empyrion that adds new objects and weapons and enemy types and quests and points of interest. And it's like, it's not a total conversion, but it changes a lot. Okay, and then I'm going to have to make a shotgun and some ammo for that, and a drill and fuel. Oh, can I make a multi-tool yet, or is that level 5? I think that's level 5. Yeah, it's level 5. Okay. Well, I'll be level 5 imminently. Night is about to fall. I'm just going to continue gathering. My priority is going to be iron and silicon. I think I've got lots of copper. Forest tends to have more copper than anything else as a biome. But we're doing okay here. I'm gonna live through the night. That's my plan. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, because wait till you see what they throw at me. But it's good we had that little head start of daylight before the big bad commenced. I almost feel like I should build some kind of wall or something around my tent, but I'm gonna wait. I'll wait to build anything until I've got a hover vehicle and can choose where I'm going to build. So a lot of the early game is just this, jumping from node to node, collecting. It's kind of mindless, but you really got to stay on your toes. I think I see an enemy in the distance there. Yep, there's a Tellurapod again. I'm going to kill that one. I'm actually going to use my gun to do it. Got it. Headshots do seem to do more damage. I've never bothered to test, but shooting things in the head, ooh, that's pretty. And over there, it looks like there's some radioactive fog. That's what that biome over there is, with the weird mushroom trees. So I can go there to get fuel. That's going to be my next stop. Probably when the sun comes back up. May even go overnight, but depends on how hard things get. Just gather some more metals. Probably need more wood, actually. I made a chainsaw. I'll go back and get my chainsaw and do this properly. And psychologically, it's a little bit weird of a game too, right? Like we're inflicting great harms on the ecosystem. We're just, butchering the local fauna, chopping down the trees. They don't regrow, although the starter planets do get reset, I think, on this server every Thursday. My shotgun's up. There we go. That'll get me through the night if nothing else does. Okay. And bind the chainsaw there. I don't really need the survival tool anymore. Once that mechanical drill is up, I won't need it at all. And I'm going to need the fuel from the other constructor. But yeah, the Lorax would have words for Empyrion players. And it doesn't get better; it gets worse. You know, as you get bigger ships, as you get more sophisticated technology, suddenly you're like clear cutting with giant forest eating machines. Um, you know, again with the Lorax chopping down all those Tuffalump trees. And you're just strip mining planets. You're at a really large scale using massive mining equipment to dig huge holes into the planets and extract mega industrial quantities of resources. And yeah, the resources respawn on most worlds, but it's still, it's not the most environmentally friendly game concept. Of course, you can be a vegetarian who runs everything on solar panels. It's entirely feasible. I don't think there are solar panels for ships yet. I don't know if that exists in Reforged, but just waiting for this to come back up. 11 seconds, it's going to be dark. I guess I should hunker down and get ready to kill whatever spawns. And pretty much at the 0-0 sunset, it's going to change in terms of how risky the environment is. I hear something. Yeah, so there's a... I think that was there before. It's a spider. Might as well. It's a level 5 spider, too. It's nothing to laugh at. I'm gonna have to make more ammunition, too. It's coming right for me! Shotgun out. Do this properly. Oh, well. There's a lesson, folks. Reload your shotguns first. Always make sure your weapons are ready to fire. Okay. Okay, corpse will disappear in 1 minute. That's fine. I got my drill. Find my drill there. And I'm going to do just a little rejigging of my tools again, as I tend to reflexively press 1 when I want to draw a pistol. Actually, press 3 when I want to draw a rifle, but I use 3 for multi-tools in this game. And that's at a juice, eh? Okay. Now I'm going to make some basic resources. Iron bars, copper bars, and silicon bars. And I'm going to probably actually just make 10 of each to start, and then we'll go through that process again. They're critical. I'm going to need to put them in the factory. Fuel up my drill here. I'm going to need to put them in the factory to spawn that hover vehicle, which is going to take me to the radioactive plains, or radioactive fog biome. And there I can get more fuel and some rarer stuff like cobalt and gold. I should be able to find both cobalt and gold in that biome that we're going to go to. It's going to be a hot minute, though. I need to build some stuff first. In fact, I'm going to do that while I wait overnight. Build a base starter, and then I need some more trees, don't I? That's starting to become an issue. Didn't actually cut down the tree, I just got my chainsaw. So here we go. I'm going up there. I'm almost certain to get attacked by something on the way. I heard something. There's spiders around somewhere. Well, I guess I have a light. I am wearing a spacesuit, right? I haven't really gone into third person at all, but I'm wearing a spacesuit on this planet. So you don't always spawn with one. If you spawn on a temperate planet, they don't give you one out of the box. You gotta learn to build your first spacesuit. But when you spawn in a hostile world like this one, boy, do you need that spacesuit. Okay, that's quite enough wood, I think, for now. Project Deforest Masperon is just coming along swimmingly. Let's turn that mostly into plastic. I think I'm going to need a lot of plastic. Plastic, like I said, is a mix of wood and stone. In fact, I won't need any stone there right now. I'm just going to need it here. And we're going to make a crap ton of carbon substrate. And then again, we're going to do 10 iron, 10 copper, and I'll wait for the silicon to finish there so it builds the base starter. The carbon substrate is a basic component of plastic, but it allows you to create plastic blocks. Plastic blocks have like absolutely no health whatsoever. They're not useful in any capacity for defense, or any damage will go right through them, but they're structural. So you can create, like a ship that's entirely made out of plastic, or in my case, it's going to be a spawn pad, which can be just a really simple spawn pad, somewhere to drop that hovercraft when it's done. Hovercraft's going to take about 4 minutes to build. I'll be putting that in to cook imminently. We'll be building a spawn pad, and then we'll be on the road with or shortly before daybreak is the plan. Okay. I'm actually going to leave some basic resources in there as well, just because if I need to make anything else in a hurry. At some point I'm going to get a level, I'll make an assault rifle. That'll help greatly with the hostile alien problem. Right now the shotgun's not very good, and the pistol's like woefully underpowered for most things. These are just little bugs in the distance. I hear something out there. Okay, what was I doing? So we're going to build a hover bike, and we're going to build the I never really thought about starting with a bike with guns on it. I got this bike, which is beefy. It takes 13 minutes compared to 6 minutes compared to 8 minutes. I don't know. We're going to build this one. Touring bike. These are my own designs. I'm putting the materials into the factory, so I'm going to need 230 iron, 209 copper, 162 silicon, and 384 carbon substrate. That's all pretty easy to get. Seems like a daunting quantity of resources, but I might have most of that in my constructors right now. I need to eat. Pro tip too: when you have food, eat it. Your health bar and your food bar don't spoil, but food does spoil. So it's better to consume it while you have it when you're a little bit hungry, rather than trying to save it for the time you're really hungry and then not having it. Yeah, so we've already got enough carbon substrate here to satisfy the design requirements. And we're about to have enough iron, I think. And I just build it in increments of 10 so that I don't go overboard. You can actually convert stone to base resources and ingots as well. So if you go overboard with your construction early on, you can consume all your stone, which leaves you without plastic. It's like it's a trickle down failure, but and I guess I can use my suit constructor. This is you always have this with you. It allows you to make some like very basic things: antibiotic, antitoxic ointment, and energy bars. So I've got 2 plant protein there, and I'm going to make a couple energy bars. And I don't think they spoil if they sit in the output. So you've always got like a reserve. You can't put things back in there. You've always got a reserve of food. I think they don't spoil. I haven't noticed if they spoil. Would make sense if they don't, because that's really supposed to be an in emergencies thing. But and you can go swimming in the lakes and rivers and get kelp, and you can turn kelp into protein. Now I'm going a little far afield here looking for stuff, but we have here natural stimulants. I can make some coffee. I don't really know what these big things are. They're incoming. Run it down. Also, Empyrion combat tends to be a little more vertical, like strafey. You know, you've got a jetpack with a fairly large fuel reserve, and you know, if you get upgrades for it, it becomes even more substantial an advantage. But you can sort of jetpack up out of reach of things and shoot them from above. That's a completely valid tactic. So far, I'm pretty happy. It's just been spiders. And there's some alien bugs here, which I can hunt for food. That felt mean. Am I the asshole? Yes. Okay. There's one more here, I heard. Yeah. There's a couple more, and they're all stuck on a tree. Oh, that could be dangerous. They do hit back. These do hit back. Just a little. They don't like being damaged. I mean, what really does? And they can stun you. They can break your bones. One more there. Might as well wipe the. Oh, there's a bunch here. There's just endless alien bugs. That's good. And spiders coming now, I hear. Just gonna jetpack away back to my camp and go cook. I think that's herbal leaves there too. We're doing pretty well. You know, at this point, the only thing that could go wrong would be radiation sickness. But I think I got another day or so of being cooked on this planet before, and it's arbitrary, right? Like you could land on a radioactive planet, walk out the side of your ship without protection, and immediately become radiation burned. But usually it takes a couple days on average of this kind of low dose exposure, but consistent low dose exposure before it becomes a problem. Okay, we're doing great here. And I'm going to need to make 10 or so, let's make 12 carbon composite blocks there. We've got some oxygen here because I'm going to need it. And survival, I'm going to eat that ration there. Survival becomes a little bit of like a rhythm of just like, is this ready? Yes. Is this ready? No. And I'm going to fuel these again. That should be good. So this one's got some fuel in it. And how are we doing here? I think I have enough to build this now. So silicon, I'm going to put all the silicon in. I'm going to try to put half the iron in. Yep, that was enough. Half the copper in. No, a little more copper. All the copper. And we're still short a little bit on silicon and copper, so I just need to make another stack of bars. But that's okay. And in the interim, I'm going to put the core down. So base attacks are a thing. There's hostile alien drones and species of like weird alien fascists called the Zyrax who will spawn and attack your base. So as soon as you put a base starter down, you get a data package at the bottom of base attacks, because now I'm potentially going to be attacked. This is not going to be a permanent base. It's not even going to be like a very temporary base. We're literally just going to use it to crap out a hovercraft, and we're going to leave. But in their infinite wisdom, the developers decided that you need a spawn pad in order to spawn any vessel. I think it just prevents people from, like, especially on PvP servers, living out of their backpacks. Like, you have to have a fixed presence on the planet in order to progress. Okay, that's enough silicon for now. I'm actually going to turn everything into bars and put it all in the factory when we're done here. Lots more fuel there. That's good. My tools are good. I'll refuel my chainsaw. But again, this is a large enough spawn platform to spawn a small hover bike. No problem there. I'm just going to finish that last block. And you need a core in order to build a base. So this is it's a computer. It has like no health whatsoever. So if it gets shot or hit, it'll blow up. And when something is cored, as they call it in the game, it becomes ownerless, which means that somebody else can come along and slap a core on a structure and own it. And yeah, I know this is just like an ugly box, but it's really just a spawn pad to get us where we're going. And copper ingots, are they up yet? Yeah, they're up. So we're going to put this thing into the factory. And in 13 minutes and 27 seconds, we will have a hovercraft. Cool. In the interim, how are we doing here? We're 37 minutes on the stream. I'm probably going to go to about an hour and 20 minutes. And then I'm going to just do an episode 2 right away. So if you wonder why episode 1 and episode 2 are direct follow-ons, it's because I didn't stop playing. And, you know, that's just to keep the momentum up. But we're going to leave this planet today. That's my plan. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. We'll see. I'm actually going to use my detector, see if I've come closer to anything. Oh, I hear bad things. There are bad things out there. Nothing on scan. So that one roar was a velociraptor, and there are dinosaurs in this game. And the other roar was an overseer. And I hear it. It's coming. It's coming right for me. Okay. Some headshots on it. Overseers are usually running... It hit me. It actually hit me. Wow. Overseers usually run in packs. They're fairly easy to kill, and they drop some fairly rare resources when you drop them. This one appears to be on his own. So yeah, it drops elemental pentaxid and xenomaterial. Xenomaterial is used to make like super hardened steels and stuff that are harder than the hardest combat steel in the game. I'm glad I just had to deal with the one overseer. Usually there are more, but totally okay with how that worked out. And I'm also going to now convert everything into ingots to make it easier to transport. Yeah, so we're going to have to go to that radiated fog biome. Maybe I leveled up. Am I? Yes, I did level up. Look at that. So I can get the multi-tool now. I don't have the ingredients to fuel a multi-tool right now. I can get the assault rifle. And explosives eventually. We're actually going to get some base parts. Let's get a fuel tank, a generator, a small constructor, and a cargo box. And then I'm going to build all of those things right now. So we're going to build a generator, a fuel tank, a small constructor. There it is. And a cargo box. You just need the one cargo box. I mean, if you want to be organized or if you're building a base for like the permanent, you definitely want more than one. But for our purposes here today, we just need the one. And this is going to be... Oh, I'm going to have to make some fuel too so that I can run all this stuff. In fact, I'm just going to leave this constructor going on fuel now. Nothing else. In fact, I could almost use a third constructor at this point. We're actually gaining oxygen. And how's my food situation? I think I got a bunch of meat there, yeah. Oh, I'm getting cold. So when you get cold, your choices are put the assault rifle in, put some ammo in. Your choices are go indoors or put one of these down, thermal regulator, and you just got to stand beside it. You see in the top right there, you've got the outdoor temperature is 1 degree. The indoor temperature is 17 degrees, but I move away from that thing and it goes down to the 1 degree. So I think I can survive at 1 degree without like getting hypothermia, but I'm not taking any chances. I'm trying to live. It is, after all, a survival game. I'm going to put the water in the constructor. I don't need that. And I don't really need the Project Eden guide. I'll take a look at it sometime. I'm pretty new to Project Eden. You know, like I said, 5,000 hours in the game, 2,000 of which are probably played hours, but Project Eden's totally new. And that's why I'm playing it. This is all new, and there's a new update, version 1.7. Like I said, crouching. Check this out. You can crouch in Empyrion now. How cool is that? It actually it works for collision too, which gives me some great hope for future features like walking on spaceships. But now you can crouch under half blocks and crawl into tight spaces on your boat, which just makes the ships all that better. I haven't tried crouching in 0G. I don't know if you can like tuck your legs in. I've been playing Heavenly Bodies with my partner. There's a hell of a game, 0G puzzle game, but you know you can tuck your legs in 0G in that, so you fit through like doors and smaller spaces. Theoretically, it doesn't really work that well, but maybe I'll do a let's play of Heavenly Bodies sometime. That would be fun, wouldn't it? But we're just waiting on these generators and other base items to be finished. The reason I'm building them, I'm going to explain while I wait. The hovercraft I'm about to put down is armed. It does have a minigun turret on it, which uses, I forget, like 12.7 millimeter rounds. I can't make those in the small constructor. So in order to make the ammunition to arm the vehicle out of the gate, I'm going to have to put down some base objects and build some things. And I'm going to try to build some other things too while I've got that constructor. Again, I don't want to remain here for too long. I think I'm pushing my luck as is. The Zyrax, they will send hostile drones from the closest drone base. Haven't really looked at the map at all now, have I? Where do I want to go? I want to go east? South. I want to go south. So, yeah, that's along that. And see this red area here? There's a Zyrax base somewhere over there. So I could just get hostile drones up here. I think each grid is a kilometer or so. And that would be bad. That would be very bad if they showed up right now, because all of my stuff is here. I can't carry all my stuff with me right now. I don't have my hovercraft. I don't have it's up in 6 minutes. I don't have an assault rifle to shoot back with. So I'm gonna have to move quickly. That's the key here. And it would just destroy this base and my constructors and ruin my play experience. But that's part of the fun too. There's always the uncertainty, and there's always the chance I could shoot it out with a drone with my pistol. Like, that's a thing, but it's hard to do. So how are we doing here? Fuel tank doesn't. This is a bug. So if I go out and I look back at it, see now it's almost done. It doesn't show the progress sometimes in the construction queue for certain things. And the real reason I'm doing this and not solar panels is because it's nighttime. Normally, I'd be building solar panels to power one of these little spawn pad bases because it's cheaper than producing fuel, filling a fuel tank, building a generator. But and on the topic of fuel, let's get that generator running. So yeah, you see the exchange rate on fuel is not good. Biofuel into a base gets to about 4%, so I'm going to leave it turned off until I need it. And again, if I get a multi-tool, I'll be able to bring these things with me. That's kind of the plan too. I'm going to pack them back up, and I don't want to have to rebuild a constructor. It takes some time, right? Like, it's not necessarily the resource cost to me, but it's the time. Just the sheer numbers of, like, it's a minute and a half to build this thing. I don't want to have to redo that. Okay, we're still churning out fuel here. I might make just one more constructor to make that fuel process easier. So materials back. A little bit of downtime here. That's okay. Should take another look around, see if there's anything semi-useful in my immediate environment. I haven't been over this way yet. Almost certain to get attacked by spiders, or worse. Sun come. Oh, there's confetti moss here. Lots of it. Oh, boy, wouldn't it be great if I found a mushroom? It's starting to get light out too. That's a good sign. That hill there looks like the biome where the mushrooms come from. Ooh, that would be great, wouldn't it? What is this? Still forest. It's still technically forest. I don't think it's forest, though. Sure doesn't look like forest. It is forest, though. Oh, there's some protein down here. That's about as far as I care to walk from my camp. Can't easily get back there now, so... Eggs here. Spiders! Ooh, I thought it was dead. Level 6. That's good. Level 7, I'll be able to build a spaceship and we can just leave. There's another spider. And the handgun is better than the shotgun for almost everything, except when stuff's like swarming you or individually weak creatures like velociraptors. You want to use a shotgun on. They'll run up to you. You kill them in one hit. But if something's far away or kites away from you, then you shoot with your pistol. More protein. Actually, just going to make a couple more protein bars there. And my other constructor's up. That's good. I hear something in the distance there. Okay. Everything should be ready. Yes, everything's ready. I've got some bullets. I've got some food. I'm going to need that. And a constructor. I have a constructor. Look at that. Okay, so we're going to have to do this kind of smart. I'm just going to stick it in the ground here. So once you've got a constructor like that, you don't need your portable constructor anymore. So I'm going to begin dragging the resources to the container. And containers they're input-output style. So the constructor can take from a container and put back in the same container. It can take from the container and put in a different container. I think it can take from the container and put straight to your hotbar too if you're linked to the container through Wi-Fi and logistics. It's been a while, but and my blueprint's ready, so we're very quickly, I just need to get some wood in there. Very quickly gonna make some ammunition, and then we can leave. We can actually leave this planet. Well, not the planet, but the area. We can leave the area. Boy, I wish we'd leave the planet. And I'm doing pretty well in terms of the server-wide space race that's going on right now. Everybody's sort of in the same position. I got to be one of the front runners at this point in time. There can't be too many people who are putting down a hover vehicle in their first hour of gameplay. At least Way's not an armed one. Okay, and just make sure there's as much fuel as I can afford in there. I'm gonna have to just make stuff. Okay, power on. Link the small constructor to the cargo container, both input and output. And oh, I actually have to put. See, now I'm just wasting time, wasting fuel. Put everything I can into the small constructor container, and I don't think a small constructor can make food items. That's the one. I'm actually going to keep those. I think it can make medical items. I'm not sure. Sort things by mass. Go to the constructor, and what can I make? Oh, I need to, of course, buy the blueprint for the ammunition. So, hover vessel, Gatling cannon, and I should just be able to make the ammo now. Yeah. It says they're 127 millimeter rounds. That's a big round. I think they mean 12.7 millimeter. That makes more sense given the caliber of the weapon and the amount of damage it does. It's like a heavy machine gun. But I can make a multi-tool, and I'm gonna make a texture and color tool just so I can paint some blocks early on. And then what do I really urgently need? Just ammunition. Just assault rifle ammo, a bunch, more ammo for this. And I'm gonna put my vehicle down, and we're gonna start packing to leave. Oh, I need to make fuel, don't I? Ugh. There it is. There's a little paint problem. That's why I got the paint tool, but so I'm gonna actually have this thing just churn out fuel for me, and I'm gonna need to get as much wood as I can for that. Boy, I cut down all the nearby trees. There's a lesson there, folks. Don't be like the Easter Islanders. Okay. Cut some trees, cut some trees. Okay, my inventory is full. Yeah, that's a lot of wood. Okay. I almost wonder if I shouldn't have made a hover vehicle I could enter. I've got a truck design that's The only reason I say that is it would shelter me from the radiation, right? And that I wouldn't get radiation poisoning almost certainly. But that's my primary concern right now is I'm going to wind up with radiation poisoning. Okay, I've got the assault rifle. I can put ammunition in it. Well, that's going to save my bacon. Got some bullets. Put them in the ammunition for the hover bike. It's got this Gatling turret mounted on the front. So I'll power the thing on for a second. Constructors. I really don't want to make any more ammo right now. Or really any of those things. I just need fuel. And then a priority below fuel is going to be, it's just 20, yeah. And what I absolutely need, multi-tool, goes back in the list. And then a few more bullets for that, but then I should probably just convert everything to their ingot form so that they're more portable. Because I'm going to take them with me. Okay, not in a corporation yet, or clan. Although I will be, and I've got some friends who've got this game. They're going to join me probably for future Let's Plays. I was giving someone a brief tutorial last night on how to play Empyrion. I think she had fun, but yeah, we'll do some more videos of like group play and multiplayer with the hovercraft. And, you know, like this is a sidecar. Someone can sit in it and use the turret and shoot things as you drive. That's a lot of fun. That's a good way to play. It's always better to have friends. I'd say my oxygen production has stalled. I'm going to pick up those condensers. I'm actually going to leave this one running for the last 8 minutes of its fuel time. Okay. We've got some fuel. We're going to get more. Got some fuel. We're going to get more. %. Oh. So that's funny. My turret immediately saw. We're on a hostile planet where there are things definitely moving in the background there. It immediately saw something and lit it up. So I'm going to go into my devices on the ship. I'm actually going to organize the ship's device list, find the turrets, and you know, I could click access, which would allow me to use the turret, but I'm just going to make sure it's not going to target anything, including predators. I can tick that on if I am beset by predators and I want the vessel to defend me, but I'm actually going to use the gun myself, and mostly for the purposes of hunting. You know, pull up on a hill, shoot some megafauna kind of thing. Not... Now, that said, I kind of want to see... oh, the ship is powered down. I kind of want to see what it was shooting at. Whatever it was shooting is so far away, I can't see it. It's not the fastest turret, right? Like... But now, at least I have the capacity to defend myself, which is great. Absolutely great. I'm actually going to point that turret, though, in a way that doesn't look so silly. So how do I get into it? It is click the ship. Nope. Oh, control panel, devices, access, and it's probably a faster way to do that. I really wish you could bind the turret itself to the hotbar. Use my ship's detector. Oh, see, I got a radar signature, a kilometer away. That's pretty much the direction I was going to travel, so that's where we're going to travel. It's also close to that heat signature, which I think is like a hostile alien base. I've got a lot of assault rifle ammo now. That's good. I'm going to use this color tool while I'm just sort of finishing up my craft here to fix this bottom corner. I don't know what's wrong with it. Oh boy, crouching is so cool. Crouching is so cool. Gotta say, really impressed. I'm actually going to just paint the whole block red. Yeah, that looks right. Okay. What else is crafting? Just more ammo, eh? Okay, I really just need the multi-tool. Here's a question. Can I take 20 fuel out? Yes. Okay, so I got a fuel cell. That's fantastic. So when you have a fuel tank, this is probably a bug, not a feature. When you have a fuel tank and you put biofuel into it, you can extract fuel cells, which are an early game boost, right? Like, it's far harder for me to get that technologically sophisticated fuel source than it is for me to get like a can of gas. Spiders. I hear spiders. See, this other person in the chat is saying, just getting ready to spawn in my starter HV. Like, I have a non-starter armed hover vehicle, and they're still... Yeah. We're winning the space race. And there's a little bit of an incentive, too. I might have mentioned this early in the stream. It might have been one of the other takes I did, but if you get to space first, you discover the system. If you are... So that's got to die. If you are the first person to discover the planet, your name is on it forever, or at least as long as the server's up. Well, that's cool. It becomes yours. It becomes your space. See, there's regions of space that you were the first explorer of, and being a little bit egotistical, I want to be first. Okay, we're almost ready to go here. I just need to make a multi-tool fuel cell. That's why I pulled that one. I might even leave my stuff in a constructor. Not this constructor, because it's liable to get destroyed. So multi-charge requires one fuel cell and steel plate, which I have lots of. And then while we're away, it's just going to craft the stuff. In fact, I could just load everything up, but that might be slow, right? That's... $1,400 rounds of ammunition for that thing. I've got a bunch of assault rifle ammo. I'm actually going to start throwing some stuff away here that I don't need. It's just big waste of space. This also has a fridge on it, which means my eggs will keep, my meat will keep. Nothing else on here needs a fridge. Take the rest of that ammo, take the multi-tool, take the multi-tool charge, and the multi-tool to my bar. Rearrange these items and reload the multi-tool. Yeah, so that's fantastic. Got everything I need, I think. I am going to pack up. That's my final... I'm going to take a constructor and the oxygen making thing and my heater and my tent. I can leave these constructors. I guess there's no point. If it was a PvP server, I would not leave anything behind me. Now I can start pulling blocks with the multi-tool. And the last block I'm going to take will be the core, which will leave no trace of, and I'm not even picking these things up, just trashing them. But this stuff I will pick up and take with me if I can. If I can store all of these things, that's really the question. Like, this has some cargo space on it. There's no question about that. I can also put oxygen in the vehicle so I can refill my suit from its internal tank. It's not even a substantial dent, but this is an oxygen station, and there's also an armor station, which would allow me, if I had armor to change my suit of armor. So this is a pretty sophisticated starting vehicle. It's not exactly a starter. It's got more advanced components, but on a very rudimentary lift base. So it's cheap, but it's good. This is a good design. I like it. Okay, take all of these things and start to put them in the containers. Yes, there's not too much storage space. And when it's full, I'm sure it will handle like a boat. But okay, bullets, fuel, store the water. The herbal leaves, I think they're decay. Yeah, they perish pretty quickly. Put them in the fridge. And what else do I absolutely need? I don't need the wood. Wood comes from everywhere. I think I got enough space to take almost everything with me. Constructor is important. It's also the biggest item I have, followed probably by the generator. Yeah, can't pick up the generator, and I don't think I've got enough space on board to store the constructor. Oh, I do, but it takes up the whole damn container. That's fine. And I can pick up the generator. Can I carry the... Yes, I can carry the fuel tank. So now I can just delete the core, delete the fuel, the cargo container. I'm leaving the woods. Everything else came with me. And let's see how it handles. It's pretty heavy. But it goes. Look at that. It goes. So, we're nomads. Everything's packed up. We're on the road. And we're going to... It's not even that far. Just over here to the radioactive forest with everything. Can you tell I've done this before? In fact, it might be in my best interest to look for mushrooms first. That's gonna... You know, if there's one thing that's gonna end my playtime here in tragedy, I need that. Oh, what do I hear? I hear bad critters. It will be death. Death because I ran out of... because I died of radiation poisoning. I gotta drop some stuff here. Just trash the stone. That should be enough to carry some promethium. Okay, maybe trash half my alien parts. They don't even have weight, I think. And really, there's no space left on this, eh? None. Maybe I should have put a fourth cargo container. I guess the fridge has some space. Oops. That'll do. Okay. Because I need just a little more promethium so I can make some fuel cells so I can keep the ship going. Otherwise, we're going to burn through. And see, radioactive fog is, as the name implies, more radioactive. So the amount of radiation I'm taking has increased. There's some gold back there, but I'm not going to stop for it. Actually, probably should have stopped for it, but gold becomes a critical component for heat-resistant and cold-resistant spacesuit components. We're in this radiated fog biome for a while. I'm going to go as quickly through it as I can. Again, this vehicle would handle it substantially better if it were not fully laden, right? The distribution of weight at the front is dragging the nose down every time I try to go up a hill. It's a little slower. And I'm going to try to get out over the open water here, because ditching into it, but that's definitely the fastest way to travel, and certainly the safest. There's nothing out here, I don't think, that can attack me, unless I'm exceedingly unlucky. And I'm looking for a different biome, right? Like, so I know radiated fog is there. This is all Zyrax. Use my detector. Yeah, so the Zyrax main base is over there to my left. Don't want to go there or even anywhere near their territory. It is patrolled by Zyrax troops. You know, they're just like weird alien-looking guys with armor and machine guns, but they will wreck my day, and they'll destroy my hovercraft. And it won't even shoot back because I told it not to. So we're going to go this way, and we're going to hope we find something else. Still looking for those mushrooms. That's my #1 priority right now, I think. If we find a place with mushrooms, that's where we're going to settle down for a little bit. I don't know what the biome is called. I seem to remember it being near mountains. Okay, forest, biofilm, lake, forest, biofilm. There's a radar signature over there. We're going to go check that out. It's a 1.5 kilometers from here. Oops, ran into something here. So this is what I remember having mushrooms. This like flat open field. Plains. Plains has mushrooms. I'm almost certain. Just gonna take a little look here. I see them. I actually see them. And there's some alien bugs there too. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a feast of mushrooms here. We're doing good. We're doing really good. I don't know what those orange glowing things are, whether I can pick them. But yeah, this biome, this plains biome, is where it's at. And now I kind of know what it looks like on the map. It's this stuff, I think. Huh, okay. Oh boy, I'm running away from that. That's a patrol ship. So, you can see it up there. That could probably shoot me from there too if it saw me. So we're gonna leave this area. I'm just gonna grab a couple more mushies for the road. There's velociraptors and stuff. Yeah, let's just this area is bad for safety. Great for my health, bad for safety. Let's leave. And so that patrol ship does, as its name implies, it patrols around the planet. So if you put a base down and the patrol ship happens across it, you lost. Like it has, you know, Star Destroyer level defenses, big laser batteries that will fire giant green lasers that'll just destroy your base in one hit. It's really nothing to laugh about. It's kind of like a planet, a world boss. It's a world boss that you and your friends might get together and decide to take down, and then you've got a period of stability and safety on the server until on these starter servers it resets every Thursday, and then you know you're back where you started with the world boss on the loose. I don't know why that tail on this hovercraft is bright red. That was. You know, it's a tail light, yeah, but that's actually just for me finding the thing. in the dark or in bad weather or whatever. It does tend to stand out. Some herbal leaves there. What biome is this? Low mountains? I think mountains also have mushrooms. I should actually put my precious, precious mushrooms in the fridge now, shouldn't I? Oh, my fridge that's full of... Okay, let's make that work, shall we? Wrong seat. Right seat. And we're going to continue on up this mountain. Try to detect again. So there's nothing around. This planet is really sparse. It's kind of sparse. Not in terms of the ground cover. There's lots of stuff, like rocks, and there's a bug up there. But in terms of like resource nodes, a lot of other planets would have had a pile of resource nodes at this point. I am going to try to hop over that body of water to the north. And I'm hungry. That's no good. I do have some steaks. I'm also out of oxygen. Glad I noticed that. Yeah, I think if we cross that water to the north, there's going to be a better selection of biomes, less enemy presence. Like those Zyrax bases are just death for a new player. Same with that patrol ship. It probably won't patrol over here in the next couple real world days. I hope. So that's why we're going this way. I guess biome wise, I'm looking for the lower ground, plains, so I can get mushrooms. This hovercraft is sweet, but over water it's got a little downward drift just because of the weight in it. Like normally it's a lot zippier. Yeah, we're only doing 25 meters a second, which is not too fast, all things considered. Okay, well, once I make landfall, I'm going to probably not build a base, but I'm going to put down a camp again. Unpack some of my stuff into constructors. We'll explore over here. That little island on the right looks like a promising place to stop. It doesn't seem to have any flat terrain, though. That's the downside. I don't actually know if it's an island or what it is. It's a weird lumpy island. I don't think we'll be stopping there. And then once I get a camp down, I'm gonna end the stream. Of course, I'll be picking right back up with episode 2. Not much to change between these episodes. What is this? Biofilm. Not much change between these first and second episodes, but and I don't know. It's all kind of the same, but it's all kind of different. You know, it's boy, would I like to find a plains biome, though. I tell you what. There's probably one north of here if I had to put money on it. Yeah, I think I see somewhere over there. Yep, this is good. This is really good. Grassland. It wasn't plains, it was grassland has mushrooms. Look. Okay, well, we're staying in grasslands. It's settled. Well, it's not settled until I put down a constructor. But oxygen. Tents, constructors. And we're more or less just going to do it again here, but this time it will be a short haul into getting a spaceship, which will take us off this planet into the moon, and then from there to neighboring solar systems, and, you know, it's looking up. It's looking up. Anyway, that's all for me for this episode. As always, it's been Postmodern Cowboy. Today we were playing Empyrion Galactic Survival, and if you like what you see, subscribe. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you want to play, hit me up, and we'll play some space games, because I love me some space games. All right, folks. Peace.